This video is a continuation of the previous video that I made on Venn diagrams, where we looked at the algebraic type of questions involved in three-set operations. In this video, we'll be looking at questions involving probability. The problem that was given to us was that we had 100 people and they were asked if they like adventure, biographical or comedy films. The results were calculated and are now tabled in the Venn diagram below. And we know there were 41 people who liked films of adventure in set A, and there were 52 people who liked biographical, and there were 50 people who liked comedy. The universal set was given to be 100 people. The 2 that is shown here is the 2 people who did not like any films at all. It would be good to show you what each segment represents, so I will put it in. So you can see that each segment represents the viewer's preference. Some watched adventure only, some watched adventure and biographical but did not watch comedy. The people right in the middle here liked all 3 genres, and this side here, biographical, they only liked biographical films. The green represents adventure and comedy but did not like biographical films. This color here represents biographical and comedy but not adventure, and we've got yellow is for comedy only. So let's start with just an easy question at first. How many like adventure and biographical but not comedy? Well, we look up here and we see that adventure and biographical but not comedy is in this section over here. And we calculated that number to be 18 in the previous video. But now I'll rephrase this question into a probability. Now we changed it into the probability. What is the probability that a random selected person from the group likes adventure and biographical, but not comedy? Now you need to give the probability. So that means that we need to divide 18 by 100 because there are 100 people that you can select them from. This can be further simplified to 9 over 50. Now we've got a question. How many like comedy? Well, comedy is not just comedy only, but these people also like comedy. All people here liked comedy also, and the people in this green part segment also liked comedy. So this whole circle is the set C circle where people like comedy. So if we look at the above data here, we see that we need to add 16 and 2 and 7 and 25 together. So did you notice that this is the same number as the number in the set C here that was given here before? And when we come to answer the question on what is the probability that the random selected person from the group likes comedy, then we need to divide that 50 by the whole universal set, all the people that were involved, and that would be 100. And this means that a half of the people like comedy. Now I want to throw in a more challenging question. Well, we know that the probability of choosing one person from the group who likes comedy is 50 over 100. Now, because we've already chosen one person, there's now 99 people to choose from. So we'll need to multiply it by, and there's now 49 people who like comedy because one's already been chosen, and there's 99 people left. So we need to multiply it by 49 over 99. Working with the calculator, I get the answer to be 49 over 198. which is approximately a quarter. Approximately a quarter. Now, slightly different type of question. This question says, how many like 2 or more of these types of films? Well, we'll have to drag our little set diagram here and we'll look at how many. So these only like biographical. These only like comedy. This section only likes adventure. So these people here, adventure and biographical, they like 2. Adventure and comedy, they like 2. Biographical and comedy, they like 2. What about the middle section? Well, it says 2 or more. So this section also will be included. So when we look at our values, we can see that what we want is 18, 2, 16, and 7. So we write 18, 2, 16 plus 7, and altogether we have 43 people. Okay, this was not a probability question, so just one number is enough. We don't need a ratio or a fraction. I mean, that's the same thing, ratio or fraction. Now we will have another probability question. So now I brought these 2 Venn diagrams down here so that we don't have to keep on looking up. And the question here says that what is the probability that a randomly selected person from the group likes biographical or comedy? Okay, please note that I've actually made or here in red. That's very important. Or in mathematics is usually a plus sign. It indicates a union of cells. So the 2 sets now are united together. So if we want to unite biographical and comedy together, what we want is everything in this set plus everything in the comedy set. So we're adding 18, 2, 25, 7, 16, 25. And this will be 93, but if we wanted the probability of this happening, then it will be 93 over 100. Now, alternatively, if you noticed, we could have done it because we know that the only ones that do not fit into those 2 circles is 5 and 2. So alternatively, we could have said, let's take 5 and 2 from 100. That will give us also 93. And the probability will be 93 over 100. I'll just add one more question. This question asks, what is the probability that a randomly selected person likes biographical or comedy but not adventure? We still have the word or in here, but now we also have but not adventure. So I cut out these 2 sets here below so that you can see this is the union or the people who like biographical and comedy, but because they do not want adventure, we do not need these people here. We do not need these. We do not need this. And we do not need these segments over here. So all we're looking at is at the leftover, which is going to be 25, 7, and 25. So the probability of this happening is going to be 25 plus 25 over plus 7 over altogether 100 people, so that's 57 over 100.